Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Om Jnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakham Vitamscha Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastite Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Sasya Prabhupada Chatriya Shigiri Rajaya Swami Subhakara Ras Bihari Matya Chakmadaya Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Sasya Shvate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini Niste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pachatari Shatari Mukham Karoti Vachalam Pangham Nagaiti Girimet Kitantanam Shri Guru Vinatharanam Hare Krishna. So we are starting a new chapter today and we are going to complete it also. So this is a description of Jambudvip. I must say, I'm completely fascinated by this section. Maybe I like geography. I like I want to know where I'm living. What is this creation? So I'm not very advanced. I'm very much interested. I don't know how many times I have drawn the pictures of this jump. Yeah,
You sent
that
the picture also.
Oh yeah, now I found it. But otherwise in my book, I was making, tell me how it is this, and then I draw another one, and then I'll match. I said, what is this, See, I don't have time to take a scale and make that. Then I found they have done. So it's round, right? We're going to read this. So you got it all on your mobile?
Yeah.
Just open your mobile, huh? Because this is, you know how I usually have my board here?
I was thinking to get my laptop, but the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, you know, see, because I can't sit down, so that's why I'm not bringing the board. Usually I bring the board and I write. I make, you remember all the pictures I used to make, but I'm not able to sit down. So I have sent it on your, open your, for once we can use our mobile without taking calls. All right. So this is, yes, yeah. Open this because we are going to look at all these pictures now. Good, up, up, up. Yeah. See from there onwards. Huh? One by one, all those pictures will come. Chapter 6, a description of Jambudvip. Okay, Mirabai, just read very loudly.
Hare Krishna, chapter 16, a description of Jambudvip. While describing the character of Maharaj Priyavrata and his descendants, Sukhdev Goswami also described Mary Mountain and the planetary system known as Bhumandal. Bhumandal is like a lotus flower, and its 7 islands are compared to the whorl of the lotus. The place known as Jambudvip is in the middle of that whorl. In Jambudvip, there is a mountain known as Sumeru, which is made of solid gold. The height of the mountain is 84,000 yojanas, of which 16,000 yojanas are below the earth. Its width is estimated to be 32,000 yojanas at its summit and 16,000 yojanas at its foot. 1 yojana equals approximately 8 miles. This king of mountains, Sumeru, is a support of the planet Earth. On the southern side of the land known as Ilavarta, Varsha are the mountains known as Himavan, Hemakuta, Nishadha, and on the northern side are the mountains Nila, Sweta, and Shringa. Similarly, on the eastern and western side there are Malyavan and Gandhamadhana, two large mountains. Surrounding Sumeru mountains are 4 mountains known as Mandara, Meru Mandara, Suparswa, and Kumanda, each 10,000 yojanas long and 10,000 yojanas high. On these 4 mountains there are trees 1100 yojana high, a mango tree, a rose apple tree, a kadamba tree, and a banyan tree. There are also lakes full of milk, honey, sugarcane, juice, and pure water. These lakes can fulfill all desires. There are also gardens named Nandana, Chitraratha, Vaibharajaka, and Sarvata Obhadra. On the side of Suparsha mountain is a Kadamba tree with streams of honey flowing from its hollows, and on the Kumanda mountain there is a banyan tree named Satyavalsa, from whose roots flow rivers containing milk, yogurt and many other desirable things. Surrounding Sumeru mountain, like filaments of the whorl of the lotus, are 20 mountain ranges such as Kuranga, Kurara, Kusumba, Veshahanka, and Tirikuta. To the east of Sumeru are the mountains Jadhara and Devakuta. To the west are Pavana and Pariyatra. To the south are Kailash and Karavira. And in the north are Trishranga and Makara. These 8 mountains are about 18,000 yojanas long, 2,000 yojanas wide, and 2,000 yojanas high. On the summit of Mount Sumeru is Brahmapuri, the residence of Brahma. Each of its 4 sides is 10,000 yojanas long. Surrounding Brahmapuri are the cities of King Indra and so on other demigods. These cities are 1/4 the size of Brahmapuri.
Okay, so you know all this. It's amazing, the depth of ignorance when, we only know about our world, right? We know only about our world. When I was a child, what is it? What is it? What is it?
Oh, that was a notification that somebody has entered my net.
Oh.
I'm looking at this.
Yeah, so when I was a child, see, there was one book called Pearly Virginie. It's the story of one boy and one girl, like like in Mauritius, which is just a tiny island. So the story was that, and they were French people. So this girls, boy and girl, they grew up together and then they were in love or something. Forgotten the story. But then finally, I think the girl was going on a ship to go back to France or something, and there was a shipwreck. And the girl died, they sank. And then this boy also, he died. So the whole story was that they didn't know anything beyond that tiny island. All right? They didn't know anything, right? So I always think of this. We were small children, when that story is there in our school book. So yeah, so we're like this, like we don't know about other countries. We don't know where we are situated. So when finally, okay, now with travel and all this, we know about other islands, lands and continents and all this, right? And we may or may not be interested to know how far New York is from India, right? Unless we have to go there. Rather than we look on the map, what's the route, what's the distance, etc., right? So now we are going beyond our planet. See, we're speaking of Brahmalok, Indralok, Chandralok, Suryalok, right? And what do we think they are? They're just mythology. They don't exist. So the Puranas, which describe all these lok, so the British, they made us believe that actually this is all mythology. They don't exist, right? And I read the history before that. So it's like, see, like India, so the knowledge of the Puranas was also spread in the surrounding. Like I think Iran and all those areas. But then there are those demoniac kings who came, what they did, they completely demolished all those areas. And then finally they landed up in India and then they demolished the whole civilization. So, of course, this is Kali Yuga, the effect of time, but somehow or other, Srila Prabhupada, he translated this Bhagavatam and he again brought up all this. And this section has created a lot of havoc among his disciples who didn't believe.
That this exists.
Yeah, they couldn't believe, and I also didn't believe, right? But I gradually started to understand that actually these actually exist. That Surya Dev, and see now astrology is completely based on astronomy, right? It's like connected, and everywhere you read, right, in the Puranas. So they attacked the Puranas. As far as I understand, they couldn't attack the Vedas because the Vedas are like formulas. You can't shift. They're tight. They're Smriti, I think they call it, right? Shruti, meaning you hear and you can't move anything from this. But with the Puranas, you can play, because there are so many stories. So to express one philosophy, then you put up so many, examples, so you can play around with this. So this is how they attack the Puranas. Anyway, I'm not an expert in all this. I just keep hearing, Indian scholars speaking about all this. So I got an idea, like what's happening. So here comes description of what is above us, what is around us, right? So this chapter, a description of Jambudvip, is a description of what is around us, not above, but what is around us. All right? So let's read it together. Rajo Vacha Uttastvaya Bhumandalayaam Vishesho Yavadadityastapati Yatra Chaso Jyotisham Ganesh Chandrama Vasaha Drishyate. King Parikshit said to Shukdev Goswami, O Brahmana. Who's the Brahmana? Shukdev Goswami. O Brahmana, you have already informed me that the radius of Bhumandal extends as far as the sun spreads its light and heat, and as far as the moon and all the stars can be seen. So in Bhumandala, so if the sun is in the middle, up in Swargalok, in the middle of the universe, then the sunlight is spread throughout this Bhumandal. What is Bhumandal? The picture, I can't draw it, but the picture I have sent on your mobile, okay? In this verse, it is stated that the planetary system known as Bhumandala extends to the limits of the sunshine. According to modern science, the sunshine reaches Earth from a distance of 93 million miles. If we calculate according to this modern information, 93 million miles can be considered the radius of Bhumandala. All right, so Bhumandala, see there are three mandala, right? That is Bhu, Bhuvar and Swarga. So here we are speaking of Bhumandala. So, and the sun is situated in Swarga. All right, so from Swarga is coming to Earth. So this is the distance. So this is 93 million miles. So if sun is up there, Bhumandala is here. This is 93 million, and then the radius is also 93 million. So it is a circle. All right? You follow?
So Bhumandal is what?
No, Bhumandal is a planetary system.
Entire planet.
Yeah. No. Bhumandala is in the middle. Bhuvar, Swarga, down is Patal Lok. So 7 up and 7 down. Now we are speaking of the middle. Bhu, where we are. Bhumandala, you're going to read now. What is Bhumandala? Not, yeah, Bhumandala is a planetary system. It has 7 dweep, and one of the dweep is Jambudvip. All right?
So that is, and the Earth planet is there.
In Bharatvarsh. Let's read. Let us read. You're jumping. All right. So just in.
I saw so much time spent on that, I could not understand.
Oh. Anyway, I have to get.
The Earth is the center.
Give me a paper. Give me pen and paper. Paper. See, I'm not able to. I didn't bring the whiteboard.
Yeah.
Give me a notebook. Actually, so this is the universe, all right? This is the universe. This is Bhumandala. This is Bhumandala. This is Bhuvar. Bhuvar Lok. And this is Swargalok. Alright, Swargalok. And above there will be more. Maharlok, Tapalok, that we will read in the other. Now, this Bhumandala, so if the sun is situated here in Swarga, alright, if this is the sun, alright, so it is sending its rays to here, and this is 93 million. Alright, this is 93 million, and this circumference, this radius is also 93 million. So this is the radius. Alright? So this is what we're speaking of, Bhumandala. You understand?
But in one of the cities it is Meru Parvat, they said.
Now I will draw. I will continue to draw. Alright. Continue. Oh God. Anyway, you're seeing this now. Alright? So we are going to take a cross section. We're not going to take the whole universe. We're going to take only this. So the description here is of Jambudvip. Alright?
So Jambudvip
Is within Bhumandala. Let us continue to read. Okay, we are getting very excited here. So, in the Gayatri mantra, we chant Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha. The word Bhur refers to Bhumandala. Tat Savitur Varenyam, the sunshine spreads throughout Bhumandala. Therefore, the sun is worshipable. The stars, which are known as nakshatra, are not different suns as modern astronomers suppose. From Bhagavad Gita 10.21, we understand that the stars are similar to the moon. Nakshatranam aham shashi. Like the moon, the stars reflect the sunshine. Apart from our modern distinguished estimations of where the planetary systems are located, we can understand that the sky and its various planets were studied long before Srimad Bhagavatam was compiled. Shukdev Goswami explained the location of the planets, and this indicates that the information was known long before Shukdev Goswami related it to Maharaj Parikshit. The location of the various planetary systems was not unknown to the sages who flourished in the Vedic age. Alright, now we're going to start. You know where we are in the universe now? Bhumandala, this is the middle. Alright? What is above? Bhuvar. And what is above? Swarga. And what is above Swarga? Yeah. Alright? What is the topmost? Satyalok. Alright? Brahmalok, Satyalok. Text 2. Tatrapi priyavrata rathacharana parikhate saptabhi sapta sindhava upaklipta yatastetasya saptadvipa vishesha vikalpastvaya bhagavan khalu suchita etat evakhilam aham manato lakshanatascha sarva Vijigyashami. My dear Lord, so now how this was created, what happened in Bhumandala is being described here. My dear Lord, the rolling wheels of Maharaj Priyavrit's chariot created 7 ditches in which the 7 oceans came into existence. Because of these 7 oceans, Bhumandala is divided into 7 islands. You have given a very general description of their measurement, names and characteristics. Now I wish to know them in detail. Kindly fulfill my desire. So now I'm going to draw. Alright. So here now, this is the universe. Now I'm drawing Bhumandala only. Bhumandala. So Bhumandala is now divided into 7. Oh God. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Mataji, you missed one.
No, 7 ocean.
So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, no, 7. Okay, this is 7 and this is 8. No, 7.
7 islands and
Anyway. Text 3. Bhagavato gunamhaye sthula rupa aveshitam manohiya gunepi shukshamatama atma jyotishi pare brahmani bhagavati vasudevakya shamam aveshitam tad utkitat guru nasi anuvarnati dhamati. When the mind is fixed upon the Supreme Person of Godhead in his external feature made of the material modes of nature, the gross universal form, it is brought to the platform of pure goodness. In that transcendental position, one can understand the Supreme Person Godhead Vasudeva, who is in his subtler form, is self-effulgent and beyond the modes of nature. Oh my Lord, please describe vividly how that form which covers the entire universe is perceived. Actually, it should be round. It's round. This is, I've done Jambudvip. It is actually round. Just check in your 7 dweep are there. Middle is Jambudvip, then I don't know, Shamalta Dweep, Kronch Dweep, Kusha Dweep, and all this. 7 dweep are there. Let me see.
it's like this.
Yes, these are the dweep. All right. All right. This one. Yeah. Okay. These are the dweep. So it is gold. All right. Disc. Oh, that's you. Yeah. Yeah. It's a disc. So they are all round. So meaning Bhumandala, which is already round. All right. We remember it is 93 million by radius 93 million. Okay. So when you draw the disc, so it is a round. So Bhumandala meaning it is round. It is not square. It is round. All right. Bhumandala. Now King Priyavrata, he drew his chariot across Bhumandala and he created 7 dweep. All right. 7 dweep. So Maharaj Parikshit had already been advised by his spiritual master Shukdev Goswami to think of the universal form of the Lord, and therefore following the advice of his spiritual master, he continuously thought of that form. The universal form is certainly material, but because everything is an expansion of the energy of the Supreme Person Godhead, ultimately nothing is material. Therefore, Parikshit Maharaj's mind was saturated with spiritual consciousness. Srila Rupa Goswami has said, Prapancha kataya buddhya hari sambandhi vastunaha mumukshubhi parityago vairagyam phalgu kathate. Everything, even that which is material, is connected with the Supreme Person Godhead. Therefore, everything should be engaged in the service of the Lord. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur translates this verse as follows. Hari sevaya yatha hai anukul, vishay baliya atahara tyage hai bhool. One should not give up anything connected with the Supreme Person Godhead, thinking it material or enjoyable for the material senses. Even the senses, when purified, are spiritual, meaning our material senses, when purified, are spiritual. When Maharaj Parikshit was thinking of the universal form of the Lord, his mind was certainly situated on the transcendental platform. Therefore, although he might not have any reason to be concerned with detailed information of the universe, he was thinking of it in relationship with the Supreme Lord. And therefore, such geographical knowledge was not material but transcendental. Elsewhere in Srimad Bhagavatam 1.5.20, Narad Muni has said, Idam hi Vishwam Bhagavan Ivetaraha. The entire universe is also the Supreme Personality of Godhead. although it appears different from him. Therefore, although Parikshit Maharaj had no need for geographical knowledge of this universe, that knowledge was also spiritual and transcendental, because he was thinking of the entire universe as an expansion of the energy of the Lord. In our preaching work also, we deal with so much property and money, and so many books bought and sold. But because these dealings all pertain to the Krishna consciousness movement, they should never be considered material. That one is absorbed in thoughts of such management doesn't mean that he's outside of Krishna consciousness. If one rigidly observed the regulative principle of chanting 16 rounds of the Maha Mantra every day, his dealings with the material world for the sake of spreading the Krishna consciousness movement are not different from the spiritual cultivation of Krishna consciousness. So from Bhulok, Prabhupada, Prabhupada brought everything down to our, okay, we are buying and selling, collecting money. We are opening centers, so many things. So he said, everything is spiritual. So don't think whatever you are doing is material, all right? Text 4. Rishira Uvacha Nave Maharaja Bhagavato Maya Guna Vibhute Kashtan Manasa Vachasa Vadhigantum Alam Vibhudhayusakti Purushastasmad Pradhan Yenaiva Bhugoloka Vishesham Nama Rupa Mana Lokshanate Nato Vyakhyashyamaha. The great Rishi Shukdev Goswami said, my dear king, there is no limit to the expansion of the Supreme Person of Godhead's material energy. This material world is a transformation of the material qualities Sattva Gun, Rajagun and Tamogun. Yet no one could possibly explain it perfectly, even in a lifetime as long as that of Brahma. No one in the material world is perfect, and an imperfect person could not describe this material universe accurately, even after continued speculation. Okay, like we were trying to draw our picture, okay, it came all off. O king, I shall nevertheless try to explain to you the principal regions, such as Bhugolok, and with their names, forms, measurements, and various symptoms. Golok meaning goal, right? All right, so now everybody knows that the universe is round, okay? Goal is goal. It's not flat, all right, it is goal. The material world is only 1/4 of the Supreme Person of Godhead's creation. But it is unlimited and impossible for anyone to know or describe, even with the qualification of a life as long as that of Brahma, who lives for millions and millions of years. Okay. Modern scientists and astronomers try to explain the cosmic situation and the vastness of space, and some of them believe that all the glittering stars are different suns. From Bhagavad Gita, however, we understand that all these stars, nakshatras, are like the moon in that they reflect the sunshine. They are not independent luminaries. Bhulok is explained to be that portion of outer space through which the heat and light of the sun extend. All right, sun is on the top and it is sending light and heat, so it's illuminating. So as far as the sun could reach, so it is illuminating this. This is Bhulok. Therefore, it is natural to conclude that this universe extends in space as far as we can see and encompasses the glittering stars. So every night, you want to go and look. This twinkling, right? blinking, blinking, all those stars. Srila Shukadev Goswami admitted that to give full details of this expansive material universe would be impossible, and I'm so happy to hear this, right? Meaning that I don't know who's counting the stars, who's looking, but here it says you cannot understand. Impossible to understand or even see. But nevertheless, he wanted to give the king as much knowledge as he had received through the parampara system. So some people are going to take a, what you call this, telescope, right? And they're going to observe, They are so fascinated when there is eclipse, right? They're so fascinated. Won't they burn their eyes? Because I guess it's close, right? They want to look. Anyway, sometime the moon became pink. I think we read somewhere, right? Pink or blue moon, I don't know whatever. Huge moon. Oh God, very mysterious all this. So good somebody's telling us, right? We should conclude that if one cannot comprehend the material expansions of the Supreme Personal Godhead, one certainly cannot estimate the expansiveness of the spiritual world. The Brahma Samhita 5.33 confirms. So if we can't understand this material creation, which is only how much? 1/4. So what to speak of the 75%? Advaitam achutam anadim anantarupam adyam purana purusham navayovanam cha. The limits of the expansions of Govinda, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, cannot be estimated by anyone, even a person as perfect as Brahma. Not to speak of tiny scientists whose senses and instruments are all imperfect and who cannot give us information of even this one universe. We should therefore be satisfied with the information obtainable from Vedic sources as spoken by authorities like Shukdev Goswami. So anyway, at least all of us here, we're ready to accept this, right? But there are many others who are not ready to accept. Text 5. Yo bhayam dvipaha kulvalilaya kwamala kosha bhyantara kosho niyuta yojana vishala samavartulo yatha pushkara patram. The planetary system known as Bhumandala resembles a lotus flower. Okay, now comes my lotus flower, okay? So Bhumandala, so this Bhumandala, oh okay, so I was correct. So the planetary system known as Bhumandala resembles a lotus flower, and its seven islands resemble the whole of that flower. All right, so the length and breadth of the island known as Jambudvip, which is situated in the middle of the whole, are 1 million yojanas. Jambudvip is like the leaf of a lotus. So middle is Jambudvip. All right. So in the middle is Jambudvip. See, when we speak of island,
Is this like this one or this one?
The one in the ground.
this is the entire Bhumandala. This is the entire Bhumandala, this second picture. So here you can see, it says Jambudvip is right at the bottom. Then comes Plaksha Dvip, then Shamala Dvip, then comes Kushal Dvip, then Kroncha Dvip, then Shaka Dvip, then Pushkar Dvip. All right? So this is the entire Bhumandala.
The lower planetary.
Sorry? No, we're not speaking of the lower. We're speaking of that middle. This is Bhumandala. Lower, these are Patal, these are Patal, etc. We are not discussing this yet. We are speaking only of this Bhumandala. This is what's described here. So right at the bottom here, so it says that this is the first one. So if you look at it, lateral meaning that a cross section. So you see here down is Jambudvip. Then you find the next layer. The next one is Plakshadvip, Shamala, etc. etc. Now, just show me the next one. So the planetary system known as Bhumandala resembles a lotus flower, and its 7 islands resemble the whole of that flower. The length and breadth of the island known as Jambudvip, which is situated where in the middle. All right?
Here, this is one and this is another.
So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here we are. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, this is Bhumandala. This is Bhumandala. Okay, so it is. This is Bhumandala. So it resembles a lotus. A lotus flower. So the picture is given there, right? A lotus flower, and with in the middle, right in the center, is Jambudvip. All right. Then comes. Now let's read. Right now, he's going to describe only Jambudvip. Okay. Text 6. Yes. Come on. Yasmin navavarashani navayojana sahasrasyamani ashtadhir maryada giribhi suvibhaktani bhavanti. In Jambudvip, there are 9 divisions of land, each with a length of 9,000 yojanas. There are 8 mountains that mark the boundaries of these divisions and separate them nicely. Now you have to find it on your computer, on your mobile. Still, I'm going to draw it. See now, so this is Bhumandala. All right. Now I'm going to take only Jambudvip. All right. So this is Jambudvip. Now Jambudvip has 9 divisions of land called Varsha. All right. What is the meaning of Varsha? Land. Make the difference between Dvip and Varsh. All right. Dvip means island. All right. But this island is not floating in water, it's floating in air, in space. All right, it's an ocean of space. So when you find Bhumandala, so in Bhumandala, so you find Jambudvip in the middle, right? And it is surrounded by space. Then you find another mandala, another Dvip, I don't know, Kusha Dvip, Shalma, something Dvip, 7 Dvip in all. They are all floating, Plaksha Dvip, etc. They are all floating in space. This is the planetary system. Ocean of air. This is a different thing also. This is also a different thing. This is also a different thing. But this ocean, why they are called Dvip, Prabhupada will explain, it's an ocean of air. All right? When you look in the sky, you find the planet Earth is in air, right? It's floating in air, right? All the different planets, they're floating in air. in Jambudvip there are 9 divisions of land, and there are 8 mountains that mark the boundaries. Let's read next. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur gave the following quotation from the Vayu Puran, wherein the location of various mountains beginning with the Himalayas are described. Okay, let's try this. धनुर्वत् संस्थिते ज्ञेये द्वेस्वर्षे दक्षिणोत्तरे दीर्घानि तत्र चत्वारि चतुरस्रम् इलावृतम् इति दक्षिणोत्तरे भारतोत्तरा कुरुवर्षे चत्वारि किंपुरुषा हरिवर्ष रम्यक हिरण्यमायानि वर्षाणि नीलनिषादयोस् तिराशिनि भूयो समुद्र प्रविष्टायो संलोग्नत्वम् अग्निकृत्य भद्रश्व केतुमालयोरपि धनुराकृतित्यम् अतस्तयोर्धैर्घयाता एव मध्ये संकुचितात्वेन नवसहस्रायामनत्वम् इल्लावृत्तस्य तु मेरु सकाशात् चतुर्दिक्षो नवसहस्रायामनत्वं सम्भवेद्वस्तुतस्त्वा इलावृत्त भद्रस्व केतुमालानं चतुस्त्रिंशत्सहस्रायामत्वं ज्ञेयम्. So this entire description of was Jambudvip. Okay, let's read the next one now. Text 7. Let me drink some water. एषं मध्ये इलावृतं नामाभ्यन्तरवर्षं यस्य नाभ्यं स्थितः सर्वतः सौवर्णकुलो गिरिराजो मेरुर्दीपायाम समुन्नः कर्णिका भूतकुवलय कमलस्य मूर्धानि 30 योजना वित्ततो मूले 16 तावत् अंतर्भूम्यां प्रविष्टः. Amidst these divisions of Varsha is the Varsha named Illavrita. Okay, I'm going to draw it. Illavrita, which is situated in the middle of the whole of the lotus. So Bhumandal is a lotus and Jambudvip also is a lotus. Alright? So in the middle is Illavrita. Illavrita. I'm not able to draw it properly, but in the picture I gave, the lotus has been drawn. Alright? Then, no, just find somewhere. They gave only circle? Anyway, just see. Within, okay, within Illavrita is Sumeru mountain. So now here, just see this. This is Illavrita. And here you have this mountain. This is Sumeru. This is Sumeru. Sumeru. Alright? So right in the middle is Sumeru. You can see this. So in the middle of Jambudvip is Illavrita. And in the middle of Illavrita is Sumeru. Alright? Which is made of gold. If you want gold, then go to Mount Sumeru. Sumeru mountain is like the pericarp of the lotus-like Bhumandala planetary system, meaning that this Sumeru, it's going into the entire Bhumandala. Alright, this, the pericarp. Alright? So it is touching. So this Sumeru, it is touching. It is touching this Bhumandala. Alright? So this is the pericarp. Pericarp means just like a fruit. A fruit has a the outside, right? Like that skin. It's called a pericarp. So when it's going up, so it's touching because it is determining the circumference of Bhumandala. All right? Try to imagine as much as we can. Prabhupada already said, Prabhupada already said, however much you can imagine. Imagine.
Sumeru is like this, like a cone.
Yeah.
Its tip is down and
Yeah.
it's spreading like
Yeah. Yes. But understand, it's not a pillar like here, right? We are saying 3 dimension. We are saying 3 dimension, right? But you have to understand that there is beyond 3 dimension. All right? Our eyes are able to visualize. I can only put length, breadth, and
But the Mayapur temple will show this?
I don't know. Anyway, the mountain's height is the same as the width of Jambudvip. All right. So meaning the height is same as the width of Jambudvip. Jambudvip is 1,000 yojanas. In other words, 1,000 yojanas. Of that, 16,000 yojanas are within the earth, and therefore the mountain's height above the earth is 84 yojanas. The mountain's width is 32,000 yojanas and at its summit, and 16,000 yojanas at its base. So meaning that this Mount Sumeru, when it goes inside the earth, it goes 16,000 yojanas deep in the earth. And then on top, it goes 84,000 yojanas, because it has to hold. Like when you make a house, right, you have to put down the foundation. So the mountain is going down deep into the earth.
You can mine out to the gold, they are mining out from there.
Oh, don't ask me any question. You already.
Bharat Varsha. We are talking about Ilavat Varsha.
Yes, we are in Ila, but it is land. Varsha means it is land.
Yeah,
All right?
Earth, planet,
It is earth. See, that's where we're getting all mixed up. Land. We have given the word earth. I don't know who gave the word earth.
Bhumandal only.
That's what we are saying. Forget the word earth.
No, but it's saying not 16,000 is within the earth and
Earth meaning earth, water, fire, air, ether.
okay, not the planet.
All right? Earth, water, fire, air, ether. So, Ilavrita consists of land. Bhumandala, this Jambudvip consists of land. All right? Varsha, that's why we said Varsha. All right? It's land. By mystic power, I understood this. Text 8. Text 8. Text 8. उत्तरोत्तरेण लावृतं नीलाश्वेत शृङ्गवानिति त्रयोरम्यक् हिरण्मया कुरुन्नहं वर्षानं मर्यादा गिरिया प्रागायतः उभायतक्षरोदवधयो द्विसहस्र पृथवः एकाकाशः पूर्वास्मात् उत्तरो दशांशाधिकंशेन दर्घ्य एव ह्रासन्ति. Just north of Ilavrita Varsh and going further northward, one after another, are 3 mountains named Nila, Shweta, and Shringa. So now I'm going to put Ilavrita here, okay? This is Ilavrita. So there are 1, 2, and 3 mountain ranges. All right? So this is Nila, Shweta, and Shringavan. All right? So in between, so these are boundaries. All right? So in here you will have, so these mark the borders of 3 Varsha named Ramyak, Sen, Hiranmai, and then Kuru. Uttar Kuru they call it. So Yeah, and separate them from one another. Here we have, so Ilavrita is here, all right, Ilavrita. So there are 3 mountain ranges. And in between them are these Varsha. They are earth. We read earlier, Prabhupada said Varsha is land. All right, land.
So it does not mean this earth. There are so many.
Yeah, there are land.
Bharata Kim Purusha.
Hmm?
This one.
I'm just reading the translation, okay? That's what Prabhupada wrote, land. The width of these mountains are 2,000 yojanas. Lengthwise, they extend east and west to the beaches of the ocean of salt water. Now, that salt water study hasn't come yet. So just put it there on one piece of our brain. Somewhere it goes into the salt ocean. Going from south to north, the length of each mountain is 1/10 of the previous, meaning that if this is 10, if this is 100, if this length is 100, this one will be 10 and this will be 1. All right, so meaning it is tapering. All right. In this regard, Madhvacharya quotes the following verses from Brahmananda Puran. Brahmanda Puran. Yatha No, we've forgotten our regular. Dehinasmin yatha bhagavate tuktam bhavanam koshalakshanam tasya virodhato yojam anya ghantantare sthitam mandato te puranam chaiva Vyatsya sanshira sagare raho sumara vinam cha bandala dvigunotiktam vinaiva sarvam unneyam yajana bhedato tratu. It appears from this verse that aside from sun and moon, there is an invisible planet called Rahu. The movements of Rahu cause both solar and lunar eclipses, which suggest that the modern expeditions attempting to reach the moon or mistakenly going to Rahu. I could not make head or tail of this purport. I couldn't find a connection with what's being discussed here in your text 9. Evam dakshineन lavrittam nishado himakuto Himalaya iti pragayatah yatha niladayo yutta yojanutsedha harivarsha kimpurusha bharatanam yatha sankyam. Similarly, south of Ilavrita. Okay, so now comes south. So this is north. North was Ramya, Kiran and Kuru. Now going south, extending from east to west are 3 great mountains. So one will be Nishad, then will come Hema, and then will Him. All right, Himalaya. So meaning Himalaya is smaller than the others. Can you imagine this huge Himalaya is among this? Yeah. So now come, each of them is 10,000 yojana height. So high they are same. They mark the boundaries of 3 varshas, namely Hari, then Kim Purush, and then Bharat. All right. This is Bharat Varsh. So it is smaller than Kim Purusha and then Hari Varsh. Text 10. तथैविलावृतम् अपरेण पूर्वेण च मल्यावत् गन्धमादनावानील निषाधायतो द्विसहस्रं पप्राथातु केतुलमाला भद्राश्वयो सिमन्नं विदाधते. In the same way, west and east of Ilavrita are two great mountains named Malai and Gandhamadana. Remember this mountain? How do you remember this Gandhamadana? We just studied whole story. Yeah, I know. But who went on this mountain? We haven't read yet. You forgot? Who went there? In this fourth canto. Apna? कौन सा? Yeah, one fourth canto. Drill your memory. Priyavrat. Now you know where he went. You've seen the geography. All right?
Whole island is made by who?
Sorry?
All the 7 islands are made by Priyavrat.
We are not speaking of. He made this Bhumandala. He took his chariot. He created. All right? He created this dweep. But it doesn't mean that it didn't exist.
Doesn't mean that
It doesn't mean that these didn't exist. All right. He made trenches and divided them. But this is Jambu Dweep that we are talking about. Bhumandala, he made 7 trenches. Bhumandala is round, right? Bhumandala. And that Bhumandala got divided into 7 islands. All right? You following my movement? Now we are describing the middle one. The middle one, which is Jambudvip. Jambudvip is divided into 9 verse. So, which is east, which is west now? This is east. So, west. So, east is, okay, so Gandha, there must be some nice fragrance there. Madana. Yeah, this is Madana, and this is Malyavan. Okay? This is the mountain. So, in between is what? In between is what? So, these 2 mountains, which are 2,000 yojanas, 16,000 miles high, 2,000 miles high, yojanas high, extend as far as Nila mountain. So, now it's joining. All right? So, this is how your picture is showing you. So, this Gandha mountain is joining Nila mountain. Here is joining this, and then it is joining which one? Nisha. This is Nisha. So here. Okay. So Nila. Yeah. So Malyavan is joining Nila. So it's joining this, and then it is on the top, and then it's joining this. So it's a circle. All right. So what is it making in between? So see here, that is, so this is Ilavrita in the beginning, right? So in between is what? What is it? Ketu Mala. So this is Ketu Mala, and this is Bhadra. All right? No, on the side. It's on the east. Bhadrashwa. This is Bhadrashwa. Here. Oops. It's this side. Bhadra. Right? and the other side is Ketumala.
On the top.
No, not the top, on the west. West is Ketumala, and
भद्रस्य नीचे केतुमाला.
my God, we really have to go to school and make all charts, right?
ये रहा, हम इसकी बात कर
Huh?
रहे हैं. ये कंठ माधव है, ये दोनों को नीला को और निशाद्रा को कनेक्ट करता है क्योंकि इतना बड़ा है.
All right.
यहाँ पे
You see it?
ये on the opposite side you have this मल्यवान जो ऊपर रामलिया का और नीचे हरि को कनेक्ट करता है. On the west
Are you
side,
seeing it?
in between you have Ketu
It's
Mala
clear,
here
right?
and you have
Okay, let's continue. We want to complete this chapter, otherwise we can't be left in excitement, right?
ये
Okay.
एक तरफ
On the left, on the left.
यहाँ पे और यहाँ पे है दूसरे तरफ वेस्ट के तरफ केतु.
West is Ketumala. You got it? Okay. There are many mountains even on this planet Earth. We do not think that the measurements of all of them have actually been calculated. While passing over the mountainous region from Mexico to Caracas, we actually saw so many mountains that we doubt whether their height, length, and breadth have been properly measured. You know, I've never been to Mexico. I've never been to Caracas. So for me, this is all fiction, you know. I'm reading, right? I'm reading the names in this Puran, Bhagavad Puran, written by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. He's taking names Mexico. I've never seen. Who has seen? Must be fiction, right? Therefore, as indicated in Srimad Bhagavatam by Shukdev Goswami, we should not try to comprehend the greater mountainous areas of the universe merely by our calculation. Shukdev Goswami has already stated that such calculation would be very difficult even if one had a duration of life like that of Brahma. We should simply be satisfied with the statements of authorities like Shukdev Goswami and appreciate how the entire cosmic manifestation has been made possible by the external energy of the Supreme Person Godhead. The measurements given herein, such as 10,000 yojanas or 1,000 yojanas, should 100,000, 1 lakh yojanas, should be considered correct because they have been given by Shukdev Goswami. Our experimental knowledge can neither verify nor disprove the statements of Srimad Bhagavatam. We should simply hear these statements from the authorities. If we can appreciate the extensive energy of the Supreme Person Godhead, that will benefit us. So we should know that this information actually is coming from who? From Krishna himself, the creator himself. All right? All right? Krishna himself, he gave the measurement to who? Brahma, yeah. Right? He gave the measurement to Brahma and told Brahma, now you create according to this measurement, right? When you build a house, you don't give the measurement. Right? This is my plot of land. How many rooms? How to make this? Put the boundaries, the walls or the mountains, right? Yeah.
This needs an aerial view. इधर से बैठ के समझ.
It will give you in that. It's very nice. I don't know who did this paper. Very nice. It does give you an aerial view also. Text 11. Mandaro meru mandara suparashva kumuda iti vachuta yojana vistaro natha merus chaturdisham avastambha giraya upakritaya. Okay, now on the fourth side, the great mountain known as Sumeru, are 4 mountains. Do you have paper? Still have paper somewhere? Okay, now, so we've got, this is one of my favorite section because when we do cooking class, I use this. I'll tell you how. So here is Mount Sumeru. Okay, Sumeru is majestic. This is Sumeru, right? So on 4 sides, so there are Mandara, Meru. Just check your picture. Meru, Mandara. Then we have Suparshva. Then we have Kumud. Sometimes some girl's name is called Kumud, right?
Yeah.
So they are like, it's 4 belts. Avastambha Girayah. So they are like encircling. The length and height of these mountains are calculated to be, so the length and the length, meaning length, and the height is 10,000 yojanas. Chaturshveteshu chatujambukam kadamba nyakrodhaschatvara padapa pravara parvata ketava ivadhi sahasra yojano nahastavad vitapa vitataya shata yojana parinaha. Standing like flagstaffs on the summits of these 4 mountains are so here we've got mango. This is mango tree. Then we've got one rose in jambu tree. Then we've got kadamba tree. Then we've got a what? Banyan tree. Okay. So these trees are calculated to have a width of 100 yojanas and a height of 1100 yojanas. Their branches are also spread to a radius of 1100 yojanas. So it's like, so this is the width, then the height, and then it is spread like this. 13 to 14. Hradas chatvara payo madvikshuras mrishti jala yad upasparshina upadeva gana yogeshwaryani swabhavikani bharatar shabhadharayanti devo janani cha bhavanti chatvari Nandana Chaitaratham Vaibharajakam Sarvoto Bhadramiti. Okay, now we are going to discover where your food is coming from. Alright, where your food is coming from. O Maharaj Parikshit, best of the Bharat dynasty. Between these 4 mountains, oh my God, now between these 4 mountains, there are lakes, right? Lakes, 4 lakes, huge lakes. The water of the first tastes just like milk. Who produces milk?
Cow.
Where does the cow get it? Where does the cow get the milk?
Grass.
And where does the grass get the milk?
On from here, on top. Lord. Krishna.
Here it is, describe.
Lord Krishna
It
mountain.
comes from the Kumuda mountain.
It's coming from this.
Kumuda mountain.
The water of the first tastes just like, meaning the liquid, okay? Just like milk. The water of the second like honey. The third like sugarcane juice. The fourth like pure water. The celestial beings such as Siddha, Charanas and Gandharvas, who are also known as demigods, enjoy the facilities of these 4 lakes. Consequently, they have the natural perfections of mystic yoga, such as the power to become smaller than the smallest or greater than the greatest. There are also 4 celestial gardens named Nandana, Chaitrarat, Vaibrajak, and Sarvotabhadra. So if you want to live like devas, what should you eat and drink? You Are?
Honey,
Milk, honey, sugarcane juice, and what? Pure water. This is the life of devas. Are you all having milk?
Mangoes as well. I like mangoes.
Wait, it's not come. It's yet to come. Right now we are come to milk, honey, sugarcane, jaggery, spring water, spring water. Okay, jaggery, mishri, jaggery. Okay, let's continue. 15. You'll know how devas live, what they eat. Okay? What? 1 minute. Yeshvamara parivriddha sahasura lalana lalama yuthapataya upadeva ganer upagiyamana mahimana khila viharanti. The best of the demigods, along with their wives who are like ornaments of heavenly beauty, meet together and enjoy within those gardens, while their glories are sung by lesser demigods known as Gandharvas. So the Gandharvas, they are lesser demigods, and what they are doing, they are just singing the praises, right, of the higher devas. We sing Hare Krishna. Text 16. Mandarot Sangha Ekadasha Shata Yojano Tunga Deva Chuta Shirosa Giri Shikhara Stulani Phalanyamrita Kalpani Patanti. Patanti is Patanti. On the lower slopes of Mandara mountain is a mango tree named Dev Chuta. So this mango tree is called Dev Chuta. All right. And it is 1100 yojana high. Mangoes as big as mountain peaks and as sweet as nectar fall from the top of this tree for the enjoyment of the denizens of heaven. In the Vayu Puran, this is Amras, okay? In the Vayu Puran, there is also a reference to this tree by great learned sages. Aradnindam Shatana Ashta Eka Shastyadhikani Cha Hala Pramanam Akyatam Rishibhis Tattvadarshibhi. So the rishis are seeing that tree, and we are also seeing now. Are we not seeing? Right? Are we not seeing that tree up there on Mandara mountain? Are we not seeing? Rishibhi Tattva Darshibhi. Are we not seeing? We are reading, right? Shukdev Goswami is telling us, right? Rishibhi Tattva Darshibhi. We are seeing the entire geography. We are seeing this huge mango tree. It's got what? Mangoes as big as mountain peaks and as sweet as nectar. They fall from that tree. Now you know what's the source of your mango? Your mango is coming from Mandara mountain, okay? This is where your mango is coming. Tesham Vishriyamananam Ati Madhura Surabhi Sugandhi Bahula Aruna Rasedena Nurunoda Nama Nadi Mandaragiri Shikharani Patanti Purve Nitlavritam Uppaplavayati. Don't worry, Prabhupada will answer each and every question. You have to let me read. Okay? When all those solid fruits fall from such a height, they break, and the sweet, fragrant juice within them flows out and becomes increasingly more fragrant as it mixes with other scents. That juice, see, it is a science. What is being described here is a science, a great science. That because the material world or spiritual world also is according to engineering, right? See, we never think from where that fruit is getting that taste. We never think. Here the engineering system is being described. That there is an original tree. Does it not make sense? There has to be an original tree from where it's coming. So it's dropping the fruit, it is breaking, it's becoming a cascade. That juice cascades from the mountain in waterfalls and becomes a river called Arunoda, which flows pleasantly through the eastern side of Ilavrita. Where's our Ilavrita? We forgot where it is. I don't know, it's lost in this page. Ilavrita, okay. So it falls into, so north, south, so this is east, so here, all right, in the eastern side. It is, no, you read, continue to read. So now, yad uppajoshanad bhavanya anucharinam punya jana vadunam avayavo sparasha sugandha vato dasha yojanam samantad anuvasayati. You know, you can't believe Mount Sumeru is made of gold. You're saying it's reflecting yellow.
But
The pious, wait. This is,
the mango river.
Meru is made of gold. The pious wives of the Yakshas act as personal maid servants to assist Bhavani, the wife of Lord Shiva. My God. Because they drink the water of the river Arunoda, their bodies become fragrant. And as the air carries away that fragrance, it perfumes the entire atmosphere for 80 miles around. So who are these Yakshas? My God.
Maid servant. Pious wives of Yakshas. They are the maid servants to assist Bhavani.
Yeah, you know Lord Shiva. Yeah, associates of Lord Shiva. Yeah. You know Yakshasas. Yeah, they are not very famous, right? But these are pious. Yeah. So these are pious Yakshas. These are pious Yakshas. Text 19. Evam jambu phalanham atyucha nipatan vishirnanham anasthi prahayanam ibhakaya nibhanam rasena jambu nama nadi meru mandara shikharat ayuta yojana ravani tale nipatanti dakshinenatmanam yavad ilavritam upasyandayati. Okay, now listen to this. Similarly, the fruits of the jambu tree, which are full of pulp and have very small seeds, fall from a great height and break to pieces. These fruits are the size of elephants, and the juice gliding from them becomes a river named Jambu Nadi. This river falls a distance of 10,000 yojanas from the summit of Meru Mandara to the southern side of Ilavrita and floods the entire land of Ilavrita with juice. So now it's coming south. All right. So this is it had this tree. Okay. So it flows from here. So it comes here. So it comes and it floods this southern side. We can only imagine how much juice. Okay, now listen. This is what interests you. We can only imagine how much juice there might be in a fruit That is the size and an elephant that has very tiny seed. Naturally, you understand, meaning it has more juice than seed, not like our false mangoes, right? Has a big seed and hardly you can manage to squeeze out some juice. Naturally, the juice from the broken jambu fruits forms waterfalls and floods the entire land of Illavrita. That juice produces what, Devahuti? Okay.
Mango.
So, all believers of Ayurveda, if you want gold in your body, which juice should you drink? Jambu. All right? Because our body also need gold. All right? So you should have jambu. What they call that? Jambu. No, that no, this yeah, what we call this? Oh God, I forgot this. Muni. There's one drink called muni. It's all this jambu and all that stuff, right? So now you know what it does. Muni. Yeah, muni, I think it's called. So this is this jammu. See, you understand? This is not jamun, yeah, jambu, yeah, 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 yeah. This is jambu. Yeah, jambu. This is that. It is jamun.
That is what Jagannath likes it too much.
All right. He gets cured from it, right? He gets cured from it. 2021. Tavadubhayorappi rodha soryat mritika tad arasenanu vidyamano vaivarka samyoga vipakena sadamhara loka bharanam jambunadam nama suvarnam bhavati yaduha vava vibudhadaya saha yuvatibhir mukuttaka kati sutradya bharana rupena khalu dharayanti. The mud, okay, the mud on both banks of the river Jambu Nadi being moistened by the flowing juice and then dried by the air and the sunshine produces huge quantities of gold called Jambu Nad. The denizens of heaven use this gold for various kinds of ornaments. Therefore, all the inhabitants of the heavenly planets and their youthful wives are fully decorated with golden helmets, bangles, and bells, and thus they enjoy life. You don't want good. You don't want. No. You have to go to Illavrita, okay? Illavrita. Purport. Now listen what Prabhupada will say. By the arrangement of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the rivers on some planets produce gold on their banks. So Illavrita is producing gold on the southern side. The poor inhabitants of this earth, because of the incomplete knowledge, are captivated by a so-called Bhagavan who can produce a small quantity of gold. However, it is understood that in a higher planetary system in this material world, the mud on the banks of the Jambu Nadi mixes with jambu juice, reacts with the sunshine in the air and automatically produces huge quantities of gold. Thus, the men and women are decorated there by various golden ornaments and they look very nice. See, gold actually is good for health. All right? Because it is coming from jambu. All right? It has this jambu in it. All right? It's good for health. Behind the gold is jambu. Actually, they say also in Ayurveda.
Jambu and the mud together form
plus
Sunshine.
sun, heavy sun, all chemistry. It is called all chemistry, okay?
जैसे boil होता है वो
All right. So you forget that there is sun, meaning it's fire. This is what I'm saying. This is all technology. How gold is formed. Gold is formed from this jambu. All right. It's amazing. Thus, the men and women are decorated there by various golden ornaments, and they look very nice. Unfortunately, on earth there is such a scarcity of gold that the governments of the world try to keep it in reserve and issue paper currency. Because that currency is not backed up by gold, the paper they distribute as money is worthless. So therefore they can change the value, right, of the paper. But nevertheless, the people on earth are very proud of their material advancement. In modern times, just look at everybody here, okay? In modern times, girls and ladies have ornaments made of what? Plastic instead of gold. And plastic utensils. Okay, look at your kitchen. And plastic utensils are used instead of golden ones. Yet, people are very proud of their material wealth, right? You go to a wedding, they serve you in plastic paper, right? Plastic.
Now इसको ये
Yeah.
to be microwave ये all of them are
Anyway, we think we made an advancement. Therefore, the people of this year's age are called what? Manda, Sumanda, Matayo, Manda Bhagya, Hi Upadvritaha. This is what we are. Okay? In other words, they are extremely bad and slow to understand the opulence of the Supreme Person, Godhead. They have been described as Sumanda Matayaha because their conceptions are so crippled that they accept a bluffer who produces a little gold to be God. Because they have no gold in their possession, they are actually poverty-stricken, and therefore they are called unfortunate, right? All the women who used to wear so much gold, everybody's afraid to wear gold, right? You go to a wedding, you're afraid. You'll get robbed. You get attacked and robbed, right? So most unfortunate, all the ladies can't decorate them, so they have to wear plastic. Sometimes these unfortunate people want to be promoted to the heavenly planets to achieve fortunate positions as described in this verse. But, this is Shikala, but pure devotees of the Lord are not at all interested in such opulence. Indeed, devotees sometimes compare the color of gold, you want color of gold, Devahuti? The color of gold to that of bright golden stool. So why you're saying Mount Meru is, bright gold color? No, it is real gold, not golden. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has instructed devotees not to be allured by golden ornaments and beautifully decorated women. Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim. A devotee should not be allured by gold. Beautiful women are the prestige of having many followers. All Facebook wala, right? Give the thumbs up, right? Like, subscribe. I just checked. 5 billion people are on Facebook, YouTube, and everything else. 5 billion people. Can you imagine? I hope they are seeing something worthwhile. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu therefore confidentially prayed, Mama Janmani Janmanishware Bhavatar Bhakti Rahay Tukhi Tvai. My Lord, please bless me with your devotional service. I do not want anything else. A devotee may pray to be delivered from this material world. That is his only aspiration. Ainanda tanuja kinkaram patitam maham vishame bhavam buddho kripaya tava pahada pankaja sthitadhuli sadrisham vichintaya. The humble devotee simply prays to the Lord, kindly pick me up from this material world. which is full of varieties of material opulence, and keep me under the shelter of your lotus feet. Right? Remember the arm ras, the jambu ras, this one, that one, gold. All right? No, we don't want amras of this material world. We want amras of spiritual world. But it's not the motivation. It's not the motivation. Srila Narottam Das Thakur prays. Aha Prabhu Nanda Sutta Vrishabhanu Sutta Juta Karuna Karo Hoye Bara Narottam Das Koy Natheli Ho Ranga Pai Toma Bina Ke Ache Amara. O my Lord, O son of Nanda Maharaj, now you are standing before me with your consort, the daughter of Vrishabhanu Shrimati Radharani. Kindly accept me at the dust of your lotus feet. Please do not kick me away, for I have no other shelter. Similarly, Prabodhananda Saraswati indicates that the position of the demigods, who are decorated with golden helmets and other ornament, is no better than a Phantasmagoria. Tri Dashapur Akasha Pushpayate. A devotee is never allured by such opulences. He simply aspires to become the dust of the lotus feet of the Lord. Okay, we have to. There are 4 more verses, but it's already 6 o'clock. What do you want to do? Okay, we'll take time. Okay, all right. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Okay, so if you want to know the rest of the story, please come back next week. Hare Krishna. My God, what a chapter, right? Oh, very much. Very much. I'll tell you one thing, don't believe this. I mean, how important it is for us to know all this.
अभी किधर से मिल्क पनीर मैंगो दूध गोल डिस्टिल वाटर नो डाउट
Yeah. So, anyway, continuation of all these dangers, and then later the cosmic manifestation, the structure of the universe. See the orbits of the planets, Shishuma, and I tell you, I love geography. So this canto is my favorite. This 5th canto is definitely my favorite. Right?